Hi, my name is Lori Templeton. I'm the owner and CEO of Grind Fire Defense, and this is my BBB story. Defensible space saves lives. Anybody that lives in the North State has had the experience of being in a wildfire. And about 5 years ago, my dad passed, and my son and I then started taking care of my mom's property, who lived up in Trinity County. And she was getting evacuated from a monument fire. And this is the first time that my mom ever really experienced being afraid, like my dad wasn't there for her. And so my son and I went up, and he's a firefighter, and we started talking about what do people do who don't have family members that understand fire, who can get a chainsaw out and cut the vegetation. And from that, Grind Fire Defense was born. I spent my entire career in service. I was an educator. I went into the military, was a military officer, and then went into working for the Department of Defense in Calvet. And so I'd always been in these large, credible organizations. And then when I started my own business, I really didn't know what was out there that could quickly show individuals that we do know what we're talking about. We do have the licenses and the insurance. And so when I went digging around, you hear the Better Business Bureau kind of out there in the whispers and the winds. And so when I really started looking into it and had my own business that impacted me personally, that's when I really checked into it and I saw everything that it had to offer. So not only does it have the credibility that is visible just by a symbol, it also offered me as a small business a lot of different opportunities to help get the word out about my own business. So it was a win-win. What I'm really passionate about is helping empower you to be able to take control of your own defensible space and really feel safe. We can come in and we help educate you, we talk to you, we look at the property, we get the vision, but it's like I said, it's not just taking out the material, it's you now understanding how the fire behaves, so you can understand what's going on. If you're going to feel safer because the vegetation's out, you now have a partner in this process. You're not alone. I have a lady who just called me. We've been on our property for 3 years. It started out with one little cut, and then we came back and we maintained it. And she gave me a call and said, hey, I got an insurance letter. We went on a little bit, and she goes, yeah, if I could just get a drone picture. I said, well, I'll come out and drone it for you. And we just took snapshots. And so now we're working together to take whatever the insurance company needs so that she can get help taking care of that. So once we work with a customer, they now have us for life to help them through whatever part of that process that has to do with defensible space, so that they don't ever have to do it alone, and they can feel safe that the information that they're getting is really going to help them get what they need. My desire is for Reading to be known as the most fire-safe community there is. If you just do your part, everybody does their own defensible space, we're literally going to create a pocket that when the fire comes, it's going to burn around and the embers land, but they're going to land on rocks instead of dead leaves, because everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. And it is 100% possible that Reading, California can be known as the most fire-safe community in California. Or Shasta County is the most fire-safe county in California. Okay, the North State is the most fire-safe area in California.